Basic information: China has a large population and the fourth largest area in the world, located in Central and East Asia. Known as a country with a long-standing culture imbued with cultural identity, China has countless natural and artificial landscapes and a rich and diverse culture, quite similar to Vietnam. Historically, the vast country of China is said to have started from the agricultural settlements living in the Central Plains located between the Yellow and the Yangtze rivers. China's national day is October 1st, 1949, and their capital is Beijing. And those are the basic informations about China. Now let's learn more about this country and the unique features of their culture. Human. To date, China has 1.4 billion people and officially recognizes 56 ethnic groups, of which the Han people makes up the largest portion, about 91.51% of the total population. Chinese people pay attention to many issues: building a house, expanding businesses and shops, putting their daughters up for marriage. Especially for Asian people, home is the most important place in people's life, relating to the fate, success or failure of family members. Therefore, they are always attentive and careful in every small details. Religion. China is a multi-religious country. Among them, there are 5 official religions in China: Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, Catholicism, and Protestantism. All have developed into culturally defining settlements in Chinese history. Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism are considered the 3 pillars of ancient Chinese society. Taoism originated in China and has more than 1,700 years of history. Confucianism is a way of life for the ancient Chinese, and it continues to influence Chinese culture today. Recent polls show that 80% of Han Chinese follow Chinese folk beliefs and Taoism. Therefore, 10 to 16% are Buddhist, 3 to 4% are Christians, and 1 to 2% are Muslims in China. Language. China has a majority of languages. Each region may contain 2 or more languages that represent its own cultural values and traditional practices. Indeed, Chinese is the oldest language in the world, with its written language has been existed for more than 3,000 years. Chinese comprises of many variations, including Yue from Guangdong, Xiang from Hunan, Wu, Quechua, or Hakka. Specifically, Putonghua is considered to be the official language of China, with more than 70% speakers of China's population. Mandarin is the most common spoken language in China. Many regard it as the second language aside from their local tongue. Cuisine. China is not only known popular for its long-standing history of culture and wars, but also because of their flavorsome dishes. Their cuisine is a creative combination of colors, seasoning, and the way they display their food. They extremely value integrity, so all dishes are fully expressed. For example, fish dishes are made whole, chicken is cut into pieces and then fully arranged on the plate. At the same time, the dish must have attractive colors and flavors that captivate diners. When eating, the dishes are placed on a large plate and placed in the middle of the table for all family members to share. When at a restaurant, the dishes are displayed on a large round table that rotates in the middle so people can rotate their food around their seats. Even the pair of chopsticks, the eating utensils, were first invented by the Chinese themselves. Some typical Chinese dishes that cannot be ignored include Beijing roasted duck, Sichuan tofu, or dim sum. Festivals. China is listed among the world's most ancient civilizations, with over 5,000 years of traditional history, and witnessed the opening of many traditional Chinese festivals. According to Chinese region, festivals are divided into 3 types of agricultural, religious, and social festivals. China has many large and small traditional festivals held across the country, such as Lantern Festival, Qingming Festival, the President Festival, Chongyang and Laba Festival, etc., it can be said that festivals in China are a very important part for the people because they highlight Chinese culture and crucial traditions in each festival. The most important and special occasion in China is the Lunar New Year, and also known as Tết in Vietnamese. Chinese New Year is a time to hope for new things. Chinese people consider traditional New Year to be the biggest holiday, so all activities are taken very seriously. Vietnam and many other Asian countries are also welcome the New Year on the same occasion with special customs and traditions. Chinese New Year is also called Spring Festival, marking the end of winter and the beginning of new spring. This time of changing seasons is different from Western nations because it is calculated according to the lunar calendar. The Lunar New Year is counted from the first day of the first lunar month, which is called the main day, and ends on the day of the full moon lantern festival in January. Chinese New Year Eve, a day for family reunions, is called the Night of Xingxi, with Xi meaning change and Xing meaning night, and Xingxi therefore meaning night of change. Besides, it is also the festival of the kitchen god. The custom of sending the kitchen god to heaven takes place during the Xiaonian New Year, which takes place on 1 week before the Lunar New Year.
According to Chinese legend, a farmer whose name is Shenong was poisoned while eating herbs when he entered the forest, and suddenly a leaf flew into his mouth. Fortunately, he chewed that leaf, and that was a close shave. Actually, tea was not the main cure for the poison, but the story of Shenong, the father of Chinese agriculture, has emphasized the significance of tea to China. The tea tradition is not basically the habit of drinking tea, but also the essence, the feeling of each position, and about the lesson from the ancients. Cheongsam, also known as Shanghai Aozai, Shanghai Long Robe, appeared since the Qing dynasty. The combination of traditional culture and other cultures, the Cheongsam is still a vital traditional costume until today. This type of costume is very popular among Chinese women, as it represents a woman's dignified demeanor, beautiful features, grace, and gentle. Besides, it also shows the cultural interference between the East and the West. This is also a harmonious combination of folk and academia. China, a country with the oldest ancient civilization in the world, has made massive contributions to the development and progress of human society. Among them, ceramic art plays an indispensable role. The Chinese created pottery about 18,000 years ago, but during the medieval period from the 4th to the 19th century, China went through numerous golden eras and crises, with the rise and fall of the throne. Dynasties such as the Sui, Tang, Chun, Ming, and Qing dynasties. During this period, Chinese ceramics culminated in art and technique, with the discovery of many world-famous ceramics, such as white glaze ceramics, turquoise glaze ceramics, blue glaze ceramics, and pink glaze ceramics. Martial arts is a unique traditional culture of China. With a history of thousands of years, Chinese martial arts is the common name of Puyong and Chinese martial arts created by the Chinese. Chinese martial arts are divided into many different sections, more than 350 sections, with different names such as Guan, Fai, and Mon. Shaolin Kung Fu is a type of Chinese martial art originating from the Shaolin Temple in Henan Province. This is also the inspiration for many movies, games, and comics about martial arts. Tai Chi Kung Fu is not just a martial art, but also a recreational activity practiced in public venues around the world. Tai Chi has attracted media attention for its emphasis on finding balance, concentration, and calmness of mind when practicing. Wing Chun is known for its agile, flexible, and effective attack and defense techniques. And it's also the martial art that Bruce Lee, Ip Man, and Donnie Yen learned and applied. Calligraphy is an art of magnificent writing, developed thousands of years ago. It is a crucial part of Chinese culture and has had a great influence on other arts such as fine arts, architecture, and decoration. Chinese calligraphy is considered a delicate art and requires immense concentration and perseverance. Letters must be written at the correct height, length, and angle, and must have a beauty equivalent to decorative art. There are many different styles in Chinese calligraphy, including classical, modern, and ethnic. Classic style is the most popular style and was developed over the past centuries, while modern style has the impact of different styles from many different countries. Chinese calligraphy is not simply just the art of writing, but also a means of communication and an exotic Chinese cultural tradition. It is widely used in historical documents, literary, and religious works, and is still preserved and grown in the present era. The panda is not only a national symbol of China, but also carries many noble symbolic meanings. They represent peace and unity while demonstrate harmonious coexistence between humans and nature. With its adorable appearance and friendly spirit, panda have become a symbol of the Chinese spirit, both strong and brave, self-improved, and inimitable. Although it looks innocent and vulnerable, the panda in its natural environment is actually a very powerful creature and difficult to attack. This reflects the Chinese character, strong and steadfast in life. The panda is not simply a rare animal, but also carries a mission of peace and international exchange. As a messenger of friendship, the panda has become a symbol of friendship between China and other countries around the world. Images of pandas are also widely used in wildlife conservation organizations and international events. This demonstrates the influence of Chinese culture in the world and is the pride of the Chinese country and people. Finally, the panda is not just an animal but also a symbol that represents the spirit and values of the Chinese people.